Now then, welcome back to VISOCraft. I'm just trying to trick the arrow into repairing. It's the start of a new day on VISOCraft. There's a lot been happening over at the Mooshroom biome. Yes, it's there. It's still there. I want to capture this on video. All right. Okay. So there has been a lot of stuff going on in the Mooshroom Island, and we are going to head over there this episode to make a start on the project for ourselves. I believe that Juicy and Octa and maybe other people, but definitely Juicy, most likely Octa as well. They have already been over there doing a lot of work, and I want to get involved. I also want this arrow to do what it did just a few moments ago, which is disappear from view completely after I looked at it for a little bit. There it is. I caught it. I don't know what does that. I went back through the portal, came back through, started my episode, started recording. It was there. And now it's gone. It's almost like I shifted my point of view. It's like quantum physics. My point of view changed, and therefore the arrow no longer existed. Wow, that is crazy. I don't know. Right, I've come back to base because they seem to have used all of the cobblestone that they had. And I happen to have a fair bit of cobblestone. Okay, maybe I used a lot of it. I happen to have a fair amount of cobblestone myself. So I am taking it over to the Mooshroom biome to do something with it. Did I have normal stone? That's another thing that I want. Yeah, loads of stone. Right, let's take stone over, because we can make everything else with stone and cobble. I do want other things while I'm over here, but it's not too far to travel. Might have to go to the end as well at some point to top up on ender pearls. Get a few levels, do a repair job on the helmet and the chest plate. But I'm not going to do that with you guys. Actually, have I got enough space? I might have enough space. Let's get some iron while we're up here, because I want to make a map. Let's just get part of stack. I don't actually need too much stuff on me. Should be okay with that. I don't think I need that. That'll be famous last words. I don't need a flint and steel. I'll be fine. Yeah, right. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's head back over to the Mooshroom biome. The Mooshroom Island. I haven't done much more over here yet. I have come up with a decent plan for that tower. But there's a project on. And I can come back to this place and I can carry on with this project once the server-based project is done. So let's race back around and go and get something done over there. There's not many of us working on it. There's not many of us working on VISOCraft episodes full stop, really. But I never give up a series until there's an actual reason to end. And just because some of the really big name YouTubers are no longer playing on the server, and just because some of the think they're big name YouTubers are not playing on the server, doesn't mean that the server has to die. So I'm here to carry on playing and recording and give you your weekly dose of VISOCraft. Today I want to do well, at least start a big build. I want to start a big, like, fantasy castle, fantasy tower, fantasy build of some kind that is not too overwhelming. That's something that I can get finished. Something that's not going to take me the next 6 weeks to finish. Not epic, massive epic. Just a nice, fair-sized build that looks good. And I've got some ideas for a basic castle, yeah. But the theme, as you get there, you'll see the theme is very run down, like overgrown. The harshness of the Mooshroom biome, with the mycelium still on show, actually gives you a feeling that the place is a bit mucky. Man, this tunnel is longer than I remembered. So I want to build something that's not a big, clean, square, beautiful, well-crafted castle. I want to build something that looks like it used to be a really big, awesome-looking castle. The portal got moved downstairs to sort of hide it away, I think, and it's been put into this mushroom house. Now, I'm pretty sure that Juicy Pixel made this mushroom house, and there's some other little bits and pieces, like this cool little bridge here. There's this over here as well. There's something just out there, some house on that hill that I spotted just being built up as well. There's a little section here that goes to it. I'm not sure whether they've shown these, well, or recorded making these. I know they haven't shown these because I'd have seen them in their episodes by now. So you may need to go and check their channels to find out if they've built this on camera to have a look at. I'm sort of giving you a spoiler or a teaser or something over here. What I want to do is I've spotted over there that there's quite a large, like, mound that's fairly well placed that could potentially serve purpose as a place that would be worth taking and holding, a fortification. There's a bridge area that Juicy picked out when we were looking around last episode that needs a bit of attention to make it into an actual bridge. It's sort of off and surrounded by water on this side, which makes it a very defensible location and thus a very valuable location in the games. But I want to make it so that it's not pristine and impenetrable. I want to make it so it's riddled with ways in that if you're cunning, you should be able to get into. Like, on this side, the whole of this side is pretty much... it's still a fairly defensible location. It's still got a difficult path to get in. But when you get in here and get hugged up to these walls and do a little bit of jumping up, you can soon be at the base of the castle and find a way in. And then there's this long walkway here, through here, that gives you a nice straight view of the castle, and you can sneak up behind the mushrooms and things, and I can put some other little barricades and stuff around. But in general, I was thinking of building something on this tip over here, and having this sort of like outer section over here, this bridging across into it and fortifying a little bit, but not too much. So I reckon we need to just start placing some blocks and having an outline idea, get an idea for it. So I'm gonna sort of figure out where my central point is. We've got a little collection of mycelium and stuff over there as well. Hey, Octa's joined. I'll see if Octa wants to come over and join in with me. I'll be right back. All right. Well, here is Octa. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
I see you've been busy already. You and Juicy have already made a start over here.
Yeah, we got a little bit done.
Yeah. Did you do the house over the ways a little bit? House on that little island?
No, I did a spawning place there. You see the
yours
round
is the
thing.
Yours is that thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'd presume Juicy had done the mushroom house because he was talking about doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So is that going to be like the starting point now? Then is that where we're planning? Okay.
So we have a few starting positions there. It's like the wood on the ground.
Yeah.
So it's a few of them, and you start around the whole thing, and then you can run into the center and get some good loot, or run away.
And it's virtually all running in this direction, really, isn't it? Over here or over in the far distance there. There's nowhere to go behind it.
I'm not really sure.
It's kind of... If you go onto that little island where we've been using for prepping up stuff, there's nothing out that way from it, is there?
Yeah, so there is no point to go out there then.
Yeah, so people will just rush off in these various directions. So they could come over to where I'm planning this thing over here to try and get this early advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could run off and around to find other places that give them advantages.
Yeah, as soon as we have built them,
Yeah, of course. I just like the look of this place. This place just sort of feels like it should have had a big, majestic castle on it.
I do agree. It's very beautiful up here.
And this little platform down here feels like it should have a bit of a decent bridge and like a gate, portcullis and things like that makes it virtually impenetrable to get through the front door.
Oh yeah, and like the water things next to the castle as well.
Yeah.
With like sharks in it.
Shark infested down there. That would be cool. Make it just slightly deeper so it's a bit harder to get back out again.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing really now daylight is about to be upon us is I'm just gonna like plan out like a base of it. Not really build any walls or any towers or anything just yet. Just sort of get a feel for an outline. Then we could start packing it full of mycelium and dirt and other stone. So you know how when you place a block down and let's say we had a wall here.
Yeah. So yes, the outline.
And there's I'm sketching. So this stuff underneath it, I would eventually replace with a block. But for now, it can just be dirt. I just want to get an idea, and you can help me have a look around and give us another perspective on it as to the layout where we should have things and the like. So it's not going to overwhelm, but it's going to look like it was an epic castle.
Yeah.
So I reckon the first place I think we should possibly start is this feature over here, because you could just make a box outline up there and it'll end up being about right. Or circular, maybe. Maybe I should try and do more circles and pillars and towers and stuff.
Oh yeah, I think a castle should have like circles in it, like towers.
Yeah, more like a circle than a castle. So this would be the level of the entrance. So I don't want to make it too small, but maybe it's more of a bridge across. So still maybe a single block wide, and just do something like some fences or something either side of it to sort of give you a safety, and with some rails missing so people can get shot off.
Oh yeah, but I think I would go for 3 wide.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it looks better, I think, for a bridge.
Okay, let's just throw a couple down. Maybe not make it perfect.
Yeah, like that is good, I think.
Yeah, just so there's a few broken clumps, broken bits. And then we can craft this into a proper bridge at some point. Maybe give it a bit of a curve or something as well, or an archway underneath it or whatever, and do some crumbly wreckage around it. But then you would have the first 2 like towers and some steps going up.
Okay.
So I'd reckon we'd have sort of like a stepping stone, stepping up to roll into the castle or the keep.
So should this kind of be like the first tower, maybe?
Like a lopsided tower, or we would have to build a tower all the way down into there, which is not actually too big a deal. We could have a tower that's sort of perched on top on one side of the gate, and a tower that goes all the way down to the water's edge on the other side of the gate. Hey, cow. How you doing? Get up. So we could have a tower that goes all the way down, and it could be slightly wrecked. This place was...
the place was kind of broken, you know, so it doesn't have to be totally functional here. We could have some stone on the ground there and would look broken.
Yeah, just throw a few bits of stone on the floor to make it look like it's fallen off the castle walls and things, yeah. Sounds cool. So I think maybe...
Yeah.
Maybe having like a small-ish circle of a tower coming out like this.
Oh yeah.
But then
with some fence, so...
Well, yeah, we'll build it in or whatever, and this would potentially be a 1-tower gatehouse. So it's got one bit and the gatehouse, so it's sort of like lopsided. Or we would do the same on this side, and end up with a tower that goes all the way down to the water's edge down there. And then it could be broken in parts, so people could get in at the base of the tower where it's rotted away, and climb up a flight of stairs or something to get into the castle by a different means.
Oh yeah, like a cave or something.
Oh, I was thinking of an actual tower. Well, yeah, an old tower. So the same as this side, a sort of another little round tower. So duplicating it as the mirror image on this side, but going all the way down to the water.
Yeah, I see.
And then have a stairwell inside it, and make the base of it like rotted away because of all the water eroding. Or maybe have some water running out of the place, coming down and out of the tower, so people who are attacking would have to swim up the water to get in.
Yeah, that would be quite cool. Like, it would be harder to get up then.
Yeah. So let's see if I can match this out. So that's like the first part. And then I'm just doing a very, very simple circles. Not going to overdo it. So like that.
Looking good.
And then this whole section here that we go down into would be the inside of a tower, but we can mess it up and make it look all disrepair and stuff. Yeah?
Yeah, I see what you mean. I think it will end up good.
And then, because this tower goes up and around here, we can probably sort of give the tower outside bit a little bit more depth. Make it slightly off circle, so it's not quite a circle.
Yeah.
Just so it fits in a bit better. Fill in that little bit of gap with some dirt, maybe. Just so it's part of. And then this would carry on going up into the main tower, maybe. So it would be one great big central pillar. So people could either get up halfway and get into the first level, or carry on going up the tower to get into the higher battlement levels. It wants to look defensive, but actually be full of holes for people to attack from all different angles and be able to get in and stealth around, and it'll be virtually impossible to defend, but it'll look like it's the best defensible position in the game.
Yeah, for the first game at least.
Yeah. For those that haven't watched this video. So I'm just sort of figuring out where it would join onto the main keep.
Oh.
And it would be probably along this wall, wouldn't it? Just like this would be...
I think the main tower would be up here. Like, on the highest position here.
Where are you?
Up here.
Yeah, I was thinking of making that like the main Great Hall type build up here.
Yeah, so we have like a
big
circle
round
up.
Great Hall like that, yeah.
Like a circle up here as well.
That's about right. So then we'd have sort of like a diagonal connection between this tower that's from the entrance to the main tower as well, and just sort of give a diagonal route between the two. Diagonal battlements, as it were, from tower to tower. That might look cool.
Yeah, and then it could be like a bow place on the outside here.
Yeah. From this edge over here, you've got really good ranges, and this is the defensible part of it. As soon as anybody gets close enough to be at the base of the castle, then you're going to worry, because they're going to be they're going to be up a flight of stairs behind you, or above you, or to the side of you, or wherever. If you let them get past you while you're guarding here, then they're going to be in and up behind you, and you're going to be dead in no time.
Yeah, you would be a dead man.
Yeah. So it's going to be difficult shots as well, because it's quite difficult shots to get something moving, a moving target from up here. It's, people can no doubt get a few good shots on and predict where people are running to, but all it'll take is somebody zigging and zagging just a little bit to get to the tower, and as soon as they've breached the area and they've got to the wall, they'll be virtually in and behind you, and you've got to start defending with your sword because of the tight corridors and things that we can put into place.
Yeah, and you have a really good like, you can see a lot from here, like a good view up here.
Yeah, which is important for defense, and it's too far away for you to be able to have really accurate shots So it's not great for attacking from, but it's good for observing and protecting your assets.
Yeah.
So
on the back here,
on
is
the
it
back
just
of it.
going to close it, kind of, maybe?
Well, I was thinking we maybe extend it so that it goes over to another build over that ways. It looks almost like it should be part of the next
Yeah,
section.
maybe. Or it could be a path up here, like 2 paths inside the building. You see over here? It looks like it could be a road up here.
Oh yeah. From down there, a nice like public entrance up here. Yeah. Give it lots of ways in, so as soon as you let people get to the base of this castle, you've got to run and hide. But also, there's so many different exits for when you get stuck in here. There's many ways to take out. It'd be like paper, rock, scissors. The person attacking will have to decide where they want to attack from, and if you're not up for the challenge, then you've got to decide where to exit, and either you'll meet up and you'll have an advantage, or they'll have an advantage, or you'll escape and they'll escape, and you've totally missed each other, and they run around to see where you are. And then this could be another little road across, flattened out slightly, just to go from one part of the castle to another part of the castle back here.
Yeah, or maybe a lighthouse.
A lighthouse, yeah.
Yeah, something like you made in the Pirate Bay.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Because it's a good size for it. I also like that little island down there for another little keep, but a little keep with another fantasy theme. Sort of make it like this is the castle district, so some of the nobles will have built stuff around here.
Yeah.
But as for layout, we've got to do some serious cobblestoning to get a decent layout. So we're going to get on with that, guys, and we'll be back when we've got at least the footprint of the place sorted out to show it all off. Alrighty then, so we're back, and we've done quite a bit of placing cobble and stone bricks and stuff. Fuck that.
Yeah.
We've been discussing it all the way, deciding where there's going to be strategic advantages and where there's going to be no advantages to taking places, just so that we get a sort of a balance of play. So I'm going to quickly walk you through the ideas that we're having. Some of these may change, but that's the idea. This is going to be like a harbour wall, and we're going to have a sort of a harbour down there coming from there. And the harbour walls generally put in place to stop the tide from coming in and washing over and wrecking places. So the harbour wall will sort of be a no-go. You can't get past the harbour wall. But there is going to be a main road in from the harbour here. So you'll be able to come round the back of the fortification from whatever direction you come from, and just be able to run straight up into it through here. Maybe doing some sort of portcullis here that's broken. Looks a bit like it's wedged half shut, not quite able to go down fully, so it's just blocked. But allows access. And then from this side, you've got access to run all the way past this huge defensive wall here, where people could be shooting down on you or throwing stuff at you or whatever, and then get up here onto this wall. This is going to be accessible, this side of the wall, and then of course you could just walk straight into the castle from here. So they're the two main entrances. I've got some ideas for this section here, making it like a kitchens and a main hall as an eating area, and and the towers over here. This gate tower is looking pretty cool. I like this now. It's sort of turning out exactly as I imagined it, should I say. I'll probably get a better look from down here, eh? Yeah, this the wall straight up from here. The two bastillions, I think that's a word. The two bastillions of the gatekeep. And a bit of an arched bridge over here. That's another way in, is across the bridge directly in through into the castle there. So there's plenty of access and exits from the keep. One of the towers is going to be fully filled in with the water running beside it. Octa's doing a good job of just filling the water in there to make it run smooth again.
Yeah, getting rid of the stream.
Yeah. And then on the other side, down this way, we're planning on having some sort of like a broken side of it so that you can get in through a bit of a cave. Maybe have water washing down and out, almost like they've had a burst pipe that's slowly but surely rotted the area away, or grow some mushrooms in it or something. Break this up so that there's another way in, but it's going to be precarious because you're going to be going up water to get in there. So it's going to be a difficult approach, and you're better off going round the side to the harbour and going up the main area. We want to make it so that the castle is a good defensible location for when your opponents are at a distance. But as soon as the opponents have got past that ranged attack, when they've got past your archery areas and they're close to the towers and they're close to the castle, that the opponents are going to find a way in. There's no doubt about it, and their way in is probably going to be disguised, covered, sheltered, so that they've got a good chance of getting right up behind the person who's picking off people with archery from a window or a wall. And if somebody comes in behind you while you're focused on the main island keeping a watch out, if someone sneaks up behind you and comes in, well, they're just going to smash you over the back of the head and steal all your stuff, aren't they? So you're going to have eyes in the back of your head. You're going to have to keep alert. It's going to be very nervous to defend this place. But at the same point, if you can see that they're coming from over there, you could then make your way over to a gate or a place and hide around a corner and get ready to hit them as they come through, or fire a few more shots at them as they're making their way to cause them to go a different direction, or maybe take a bit of damage before they get to you. I think the balance is going to be good. We're also going to have, well, Octa is going to make sure that we get installed a chest up here as well.
Oh yeah, have you told them about that system?
I think I've mentioned the system before, but you are probably going to be getting most of it all actually done and do all the redstone side of things. We're doing mine carts and hoppers and droppers and dispensers and all sorts of stuff to get materials up into chests at the end of a game.
Yeah, the random loot, basically.
Random loot in the chests, yeah. So starting over there, or by the Mooshroom, the Mushroom house, the loot would just get randomly sorted and assigned, and then a cart would come all over here and drop a load of random stuff into a series of droppers and hoppers, and then they would get pushed up into the chest, and whoever gets here first will find out what loot is in the chest and whether it's any good.
Yep, sounds good.
If only we could like set up some form of skeleton spawn around here as well, so you could just smash some skeletons, get some arrows and stuff off them, and maybe a bow, so that you can get yourself set up ready for the games over here. Could do with some form of armory that may have some odds and ends still in it. Is there a possible way that we could have it so that in the armory over here, there's more chance that the bows and arrows from the random assortment will go into chests than anything else?
Yeah, I think we could have a special one just for these ones, I would guess.
Yeah. It just gives... most likely, there will be arrows in this location. And most likely, there'll be a half-eaten, beaten bow that got put back in at the end of the last game that ends up in here. But there's no guarantees you're going to get bows and arrows when you get here. It's just more likely that you are, so that then you've got the bows and arrows defensive positions to snipe your opponents from a distance. I reckon it's looking pretty good. We've got this little rickety bridge across from the battlements of the gate tower. The gate tower's fairly defensible. I think it's looking pretty good as a rough layout. I think we've got a good start. Now we're just going to have to keep building it and showing you guys what we come up with. I'm going to be working on it over the course of the next week, doing a bit more bricklaying, and you may have shot yourself there.
I may have. It's here.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
So that's all we got time for this episode of VISOCraft. Thank you very much, Octa, for joining me.
No problem.
And thank you very much, viewers, for watching once again. I will see you in the very next episode.